3 Count Thursday is sponsored by Arena Eats. Log on to the website arenaeats.app, that's arenaeats.app, for the ultimate fan experience. At your favorite sports venue, Arena Eats mobile app, pre-order, express pickup, and in-seat delivery. How do you place your order? Now, we did have the
3 Count question of the week,
which we're revisiting our Mount Rushmore series, which we hadn't done one of them in a little while, and this one got sparked. Friend of the show, Ernest E.J. Christian, he and I were texting the one day, and just out of the blue, he was like, I think he asked me, is Mr. Fuji a top 4 manager of all time? I was like, that's a kind of a good question. So in my head, it kind of sparked me to go, well, we haven't done a Mount Rushmore of managers, so let's dig into that one, and let's do our top 4 managers of all time. Is there anybody that wants to kick off and do theirs first?
Are we doing all 4 or one at a time?
You can do all 4. Anybody want it? No?
All right.
I can go.
So we all decide at the same time.
Tim, go ahead.
I will go first. And
That's what happens, Jim, when you're the host and you don't just designate what you want to have happen.
Well, I mean, I don't want to be a dictator, guy. I want to.
We're in the
Too late.
You just want to be a dick. I got it.
Trying to make decisions.
All of a sudden, Jim doesn't want his authority.
Right.
Unbelievable.
I use it when I need to use it.
I just want to be a tater.
I use it when I
taters.
need to use it.
Taters are delicious. I love taters. Oh no, I made a bad decision. Oh God.
What do you?
Are you getting a cramp?
God.
Are you No, he's scratching his foot.
No.
What
I
do you?
did worse.
What are you doing? You did worse. You're digging for gold.
Kinda. Kinda.
Do you want somebody else to go, Tim?
No, I got it. Everything's good.
Some scratching.
It's not good.
I got it. I think we're good.
What
I think we're good right now.
What is happening?
We're great. Everything's great. So my top 4.
Are you churning
Mount
butter?
Rushmore- No, I'm not. Shut up. Top 4 managers of all time. You can't have the list without Bobby the Brain Heenan. Bobby Heenan, number 1. Everyone's number 1. It should.
Were you seriously just rubbing one out?
No.
Oh, okay.
I had a 2-pack of condensed. I had a 2-pack of condensed air, and I tried to put it in my filing cabinet to the left of me, and
Filing
it got stuck. It, like,
Got
I
it.
wanted to make sure that if I put it in there, I could pull the drawer out and it wouldn't catch. But it caught, and so I had to wiggle my hand in there.
Yeah, I bet you did.
It was a very Paul Heyman handcuff key situation just there. Why am I coming? Very tough. No, how is my booty hole all the way over here?
I don't know.
You're a big boy.
Listen, shut up. So number 1, Bobby the Brain Heenan. Number 2 is James E. Cornette. Jim Cornette, fantastic as a manager. Can't go wrong with corner.
He likes fast food too.
He does.
He does.
Great video on YouTube showing how much he likes it. If you don't delay his order.
Right. Number 3, Mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart. Fantastic manager. In multiple places, WWF, WCW, even the stuff in Memphis, really good. And then number 4 is kind of tough because, like, once you get those big 3, it kind of just tapers off, and there's like a couple in between guys. But I am going to go with Sonny, number 4 on the list. Sonny. During that time period in the mid 1990s with tag teams, she single-handedly made the Smoking Guns, the Body Donnas, and the Godwins watchable television. Like, her rotating between all 3 teams, being the gold digger, the chaser that way. And then even carrying that over to ECW and WCW respectively. The heat that she had garnered from her run as like one of the most downloaded women in the world. Sunny, number 4. So my top 4, Mount Rushmore: Bobby Heenan, Jim Cornette, Jimmy Hart, and Sunny.
Who wants to go next? Ryan, you want to go next? How about you go next?
Yeah, I don't think you can argue. I think everybody's number 1 should be Bobby Heenan. I mean,
Bobby!
the list of people that he damn it, the list of people that he managed is really a who's who.
The Brady Bunch reference gets me. We're looking for Bobby and Cindy in the Grand Canyon. They ran off that little Indian boy. They can't find him.
Native American Mark.
Back in the 70s, he was a
We
little
can't
Indian
say
boy.
Indian anymore.
I'm sorry.
They're not. They're indigenous people. They're First Nations.
I'm
people.
sorry. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry.
Why'd you say my name? I just reflex.
Yeah, because you're the one who's usually saying bad stuff.
Not that.
Well,
Mine's
I think Alice
tongue-in-cheek bad stuff.
between Mark stealing cable television and everything else, he's the bad boy of the group now. Pandemic's done him wrong. I bet when you cut it, I bet you when you cut his beard off, all of his bad boy habits go away.
How long?
Tattoos?
Give us a hand behind the beard, Mark.
Oh,
Jeez.
Did someone just
long.
think that he's gonna have neck tattoos?
All right, Ryan.
I'm gonna get the.
It's his.
I'm gonna
It's,
get a
Cody
neck tattoo
Rhodes.
with the Hershey Park logo with the Ferris wheel.
no, it's actually his. It's a barcode for the Hershey Park admittance. He just chose his neck.
Jeez.
I'm gonna get that on my wrist.
Ryan. So you were at Bobby
All right,
Heenan.
So I was at Bobby Heenan.
Bobby.
My number 2 is Jimmy Hart. What he did to tag team wrestling in the 90s was phenomenal. With his time with Money Inc., the Hart Foundation. Hate to say them.
What a dick.
The Nasty Boys. There was just so many great tag teams. The Rougeaus, Hogan. There's just so many iconic folks that he was with. My number 3, I actually didn't put Cornette on my list. Now that I'm looking at it, I went Paul Heyman. Again, I think he's revolutionized a manager in today's wrestling with Brock Lesnar and CM Punk, and who can forget Curtis Axel? Everybody. And the Uwa Man, most recently, I think it's a fresh take on what a manager used to do. And my 4th, I went with a female as well. I went with Sensational Sherry for
Nice.
HBK, Randy Savage, $1 Million Man, and that speaks volumes.
Solid. Yeah, I didn't even think about Sherry. Didn't even think about Sherry. Three Count Thursday is sponsored by Arena Eats. Log on to the website arenaeats.app. That's arenaeats.app for the ultimate fan experience. At your favorite sports venue, Arena Eats mobile app, pre-order, express pickup, and in-seat delivery. How do you place your order? Matt, how about you go next?
I'll start off with Sensational Sherry because I also included her on my list. I didn't rank them 1 through 4. I just put that. And I think we needed a break from everyone saying Bobby Heenan first. But yes, Bobby Heenan, you can't make a Mount Rushmore of managers without Jimmy Hart, Mouth of the South, of course, is going to be on mine. And number 4, just because of how much I love the character, was Paul Bearer.
Good. Intern Mark, you all right? You still with us?
I'm trying to breathe. This Brady Bunch references get me every time. Can't take. Well, anyway, if anybody's wondering, Bobby and Cindy, spoiler alert, they were found and they were safe.
Oh,
They
thank
were
God.
with that
Good.
little Native American.
Native
boy.
American. Yes, thank you.
So, I think in that episode that Allison referred to them as Redskins, which is very offensive.
Yes. Yes, that is offensive. That is offensive. Yes.
Yeah.
Way to just
that
put
out.
the heat on Alice. Way to just shift that heat to the lady who lives in the effing fridge. Good job.
But back in the early 70s, that kind of language was more acceptable. So, sorry, Alice. What were we talking about? The brain.
Who are your Mount Rushmore of wrestling managers?
Oh, I'm crying. I'm laughing so hard.
Oh, man.
Stupid clip. Oh, that was a 2 or 3-parter show. Remember that?
No, I don't.
It was at least
Mount
I think
Rushmore.
it was a 3-parter.
Nobody remembers that, Mark.
Nobody does.
Oh,
This podcast is going to be a 3-parter. If you don't get this ish together, we're
All right,
doing Mount Rushmores.
No, they went to the Grand Canyon. Mount Rushmore was a different episode.
God damn. Do you want me to give mine? Do you need to
I
collect
fully
yourself?
expect Mark to come with the foremost random managers ever. Like Cherry is going to be one of his.
Cherry's my female. All right, I think I'm okay.
All right.
So the managers, I put down. I think it was Bobby Cook from Harrisburg. I liked him a lot. That weasel Rodney, I didn't care for him whatsoever. I hope you're listening, Rodney. You're a weasel. And then there was
Mark, these are people you work with at Target, I believe.
yeah, they are.
That's your
There's
name,
another
and I
one.
think you're naming the wrong people.
Yeah, wrong
okay.
wrong type of manager.
group.
It's the wrong managers.
Well, shout out to Bobby Cook if you're listening. Hi, Bobby. Hope you're well. Speaking of Bobby, Bobby. Bobby Heenan.
I was gonna hit it. I was gonna hit the sounder, but I'm like,
it can't get worse.
no, that's true.
Bobby.
That's a sound of Mr. Brady, and he's so upset he can't find his youngest son. You hear that in his voice?
Bobby.
He's in such despair. He's so upset. His son, youngest son, is somewhere in the Grand Canyon.
What's the name of his son? Mark, I don't understand. What's his son's name?
Peter. I think it's there's Peter and Greg, and then there's Bobby. And Tiger was the dog.
Bobby.
Oh my God.
Oh, Jim, don't we have
so
some
stupid.
bills to pay?
Yeah,
All right.
but can we finish? Can we get through this topic
Yeah.
and
I
then
don't
we
think
pay
so.
bills?
It was Robert Heenan.
I'll give you Mark's 4 favorite managers. Andy the Winter Weinberg,
Ooh, that's
He's
one.
one.
Ducks, Bobby Heenan,
I think that was Jan yelling up for Bobby. Who was the last one, Matt? I didn't hear you.
Vicky Guerrero.
Vicky, you're close. It was Jocelyn.
Ah,
She managed
Oh,
to keep
of course.
shit!
man,
Well,
that-
there goes the show.
wow.
so
Mark, can you go through them quickly? Your
yeah.
4.
All right. It was Robert Heenan, the brain, and then Jimmy Hart, the mouth of the South, they called him. And then I had, now get ready for this one. I had Paul E. Dangerously, not necessarily Paul Heyman, but Paul E. Dangerously.
Mm-hmm.
I liked him a lot. And the 4th one, I went with the lovely Miss Elizabeth, who was the first lady of professional wrestling. I dare say that the Macho Man's career may not have been quite as illustrious without her. She brought so much to the table. So even though I didn't really care for her so much in WCW, but you had Elizabeth and the Macho Man together in the 80s. That was the way to go. Oh, yeah.
All right. My 4 were I mean, we might as well. Bobby Heenan. Then I had the Mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart. I had Jim Cornette, and I had Paul Bearer as my fourth. Obviously not just
Why
The
did you
Undertaker.
Put the Bobby clips on the soundboard to begin with.
Because I heard them. I heard those ones on an old Preston and Steve, and I was like, well, we already have
Bob!
And I'm like, I might as well just add to it because why the hell not? And
We
I mean,
started calling Bobby Lashley Bob Lashley, right?
we
I think
did.
that's
We did
really
call him
just
Bob Lashley.
Lashley.
So that worked. And this is
So that worked.
this is obviously it's paid off in dividends. So
Real quick before we move off managers, because I wanted to do a great job with this question of the week that we found out about 5 minutes before going on air. I wanted to give a tip of my hat to Harvey Whippleman, because if there was a bad gimmick in the WWF, Harvey Whippleman was the fucking manager for him, and he tried to make. I mean, I don't think he had one good guy. Name one.
Psycho Sid.
Sid has to be the best.
That's not saying much.
Yeah.
Mr. Hughes, Quang, Warlord, Bertha Faye,
Kamala?
Giant Gonzalez, Adam Bomb, Big Bully Busick, the tag team Well Done, and Kamala was like the number 2.
I was gonna say Kamala, I guess
Sid.
would be second, but wow, that's a rough list.
And Kamala wasn't a gimmick that was bound to work either. Like, it wasn't a surefire.
No, I mean
slam
it
dunk.
wasn't. I mean, he had a couple of semi-major pushes, with the Undertaker and stuff like that, but nothing, no title
Right.
wins or anything like that. Looking here,
Ryan, didn't you date Bertha Faye back in college? Or I think it was someone else.
That was somebody else. Looked like her though.
oh my God.
My honorable mention went to $1 Man, but just because I prefer him as a wrestler to a manager, I left him off
That's
the
fair.
list. I'm sorry if that upsets you, Mark.
Well, no, I'll let that go. That's acceptable.
Charlie here, he said in no particular order. Bobby, Corny, Paul E, and Jimmy Hart. Just grab a couple of the responses from social media. We had a Cornette, J.J. Dillon, Heenan, and Heyman. Heenan, Elizabeth Blassie, Heyman, Paul Bear, Jimmy Hart, and
Bob!
Heenan. Heenan, Heyman, Hart, and Bear. So a lot of the responses, fairly. Now this one's Heenan, Jimmy Hart, Captain Lou, and Slick. So there's a couple of different responses.
So nobody had the guy who prompted the question.
No, nobody had the guy that prompted. Oh no, wait. William here had Heenan, Jimmy Hart, Mr. Fuji, and Captain Lou Albano.
Okay.
There we go.
At the buzzer.
But gets it in. Woo! I mean, it was
Captain Lou's a good one.
You still lost by 10, but you got the 3-point and got the jumper there at the end of the game. Three Count Thursday is sponsored by Arena Eats. Log on to the website arenaeats.app. That's arenaeats.app for the ultimate fan experience. At your favorite sports venue, Arena Eats mobile app, pre-order, express pickup, and in-seat delivery. How do you place your order?